Santa Rosa Junior College is looking for their third straight state playoff berth. What's in their way? Columbia College, who's looking to make their first trip to the state championship in 18 seasons. Who will get their ticket punched for West Hills Lemoore? You'll find out next. Welcome to the Sonora Conference Center pregame show from Oak Pavilion on the campus of Columbia College for this NorCal Regional Final here on NorCal Sports TV between Santa Rosa Junior College and Columbia. Real quick, Santa Rosa is 22-7. They've won 6 of 7, 4 in a row. They beat West Valley to get here tonight. They are the Big 8 champs, and they've made two straight trips to the state championship. Columbia 26-3. They won 7 in a row, won 9 of 10, beat Alameda last week, and their only loss at home is to Fresno City College. And joining me tonight, a broadcast partner, is Jeremy Hurtado. And Jeremy, what can we expect from Columbia tonight?
Well, Columbia likes to shoot the three. They've made 298 three-point shots on the season, which is number 3 in the state of California. And then they got the number 1 shot for Columbia. Not good shot selection there. So we expect Carter to go down low against Turner for Santa Rosa Junior College, and personally I think that's tonight's key to the matchup, is how does Turner and Carter play against each other.
And here's some highlights for those folks who haven't seen Columbia.
Terrell.
Capable three-point shooting team, but they also can dribble and attack the basket. And I think that's a particular key tonight for Santa Rosa, is to cut off that dribble penetration. And I'm sure Coach Hoyt of Columbia saw the game against Cosumnes River, and they time after time beat Santa Rosa off the dribble.
Yeah, we expect them to be aggressive tonight. Everybody knows Columbia can shoot the three, as you've seen in the highlights here. Carper and Spivey love to shoot that three-point shot. But
Carper gets every loose basketball. He was walking in the locker room tonight, and he grabbed 2 loose basketballs that came on and I said, there you go, Grayson. There you are again, and here's Coddington. I think he did a great job. Mentally strong last week when Alameda was making that comeback. So a nice introduction. And what type of conference do they play in? Well, Santa Rosa, this is the last remaining Big 8 conference team. But the Central Valley Conference, which I think Fresno's won for the last 19, maybe 20 years, Columbia, Fresno City, and Sequoia are still in the tournament. You're watching the CCCAA NorCal Regional Men's Basketball Final on NorCal Sports TV.
This CCCAA Men's Basketball Regional Final on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Oliver's Real Food, Real People, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Trimit Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's Fifth Street Grill, 609 Fifth Street, Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer, tasting, snacks, and a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for over 40 years. And All Coast Forest Products is an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products. All quality, all the time.
Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. 3 years will be 4-year partners of NorCal Sports TV and Santa Rosa Junior College. I want to thank Antonio Bunting and family. He was out at the game last week. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors, StoreQuest Express, self-service storage featuring 24/7 access hours and round-the-clock customer support. StoreQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StoreQuest.com or call the number on your screen to reserve a unit today. Canepa & Sons Drilling and Pumps. To get the most expert staff of well drillers and pump installation technicians, you can count on more than 30 years of experience to properly work on your well. They provide well drilling and pump installation services. To find out more, please call them at 209-532-1136 or go to our website at canepaandsonsinc.com. And then some keys tonight, Royce Davis Custom Painting. Royce Davis Custom Painting, licensed, insured, and bonded, serving Northern California for 20 years. Interior, exterior cabinets, decks, residential, and commercial. No house too tall, too big, or too small. Call them at the number on your screen or email roycedavis@gmail.com for a free estimate, where quality is guaranteed. So Santa Rosa, 22-7, the Big 8 champs. But Jeremy, they were 5-3 on the road, and all 3 of those losses were in the Big 8. And they did clean up, got their last road win against Cosumnes River, 80-79. But previously, before that, they lost 3 of 4, and they're only averaging 61 points in those games on the road. Averaging 73 a game, and here's some highlights. Damian Wallace, Atmar Mundu, Squid Turner from downtown, and Wallace attack mode, sharing the basketball to Mundu. Polson attack mode going against West Valley, and then there's the Squid Burger, serve back hot, and Brown is a key to the game tonight. There's another block shot, and the Bear Cubs need to share the basketball and play some defense. Jeremy, you've seen this team play, and now they compare against Columbia.
Yeah, we talked about Carper on the Columbia side. He's the energy guy. On Santa Rosa side, it's Mundu and Wallace. Those 2 guys are going to be all over the court tonight. They're going to be tasked with slowing down Carper on the defensive side, but if Santa Rosa is going to come in here and get the win tonight against Columbia, Mundu and Wallace will have a huge impact on the game. Not necessarily maybe scoring points, but just the hustle points, the hustle factors, the rebounds, the loose balls. It's going to be a battle between them and Carper, and that's going to be a big factor in determining the night's victor.
So these teams, common opponents, Santa Rosa Junior College is 11-2, Columbia's 9-1. Santa Rosa beat Sequoia, Columbia split. And we had mentioned the 3. Santa Rosa, 42% of their shot attempts are threes. For Columbia, 44%. But they make them in volume. And with Santa Rosa, we found the least amount of three-point shots they attempt, they seem to make more. And we appreciate people join us wherever you may be watching this game. Shout out to JoJo and Franco on the Gold Coast of Australia, and to Coach McMillan's mom, Pat McMillan, at home watching the game, recovering from hip replacement surgery. And appreciate whoever is watching, wherever you may be, for this matchup here on NorCal Sports. TV. Oliver's Market, your local independent and employee-owned grocery store. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, meat, deli, and groceries. The meat market has award-winning smoked meats and USDA Choice certified premium beef, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Orville. Learn more at wagonwheelmarket.com. Thanks for their support of the inaugural Surf and Turf to-go fundraiser for Santa Rosa Junior College basketball. Our national anthem here from Oak Pavilion on the campus of Columbia College. We always pause for self-promotion here on NorCal Sports TV. And here's the starting lineups. First for Santa Rosa Junior College at Marmundu. Jeremy pointed out him just getting those 50-50 balls, the hustle plays.
Yeah, he averages 13.2 points a game, 42.5% from the three-point line.
Damian Wallace, one of the leading assist guys in the state, averaging around 6 assists.
Also kicking in 11.6 points per game.
Gianni Brown, I think, is going to be a real key for the Bear Cubs tonight. Then Nathan Capurro, one of the leading, not by volume, but in percentage, three-point shooters in the state.
47.1% from behind the line. He doesn't have enough to qualify, but he is in the top, 3 or 4 if he did.
And then Squid Turner was our player of the game, had 21 points and several Squid burgers. But we're talking about block shots. There's nobody better does it than Caleb Carter. And the starting lineups for Columbia: Bartley, Coddington, Spivey, Carper, and Carter. And they get after it.
Yeah, no surprise, the starters. That's been the starters pretty much about halfway through the league. That's been the starters. Carter, again, shot blocker. Carper and Spivey deadly behind the arc. Coddington kind of runs things from the point guard position. Look for him to push and, like you said, work off the dribble tonight, since that's going to be one of the keys for them to being victorious against Santa Rosa. I'm excited about this game. When the brackets came out, this is a game I hoped would happen.
We saw this coming. I made my plans to come up
hoped
here.
Hoped it would happen, and here it is, and it's just something we've been looking forward to for a couple weeks, and we're excited to get it underway here.
The officials, Johnny Harrington, Mike Hendricks, and Tyler Phillips, Columbia in their white home uniforms, a 16-1 at home. Their only loss is to Fresno City College. There's a long rebound, Jeremy. We talked about it in the pregame show. And that long rebound goes to Spivey off the Coddington miss. And then Bartley for three. And a long rebound to Capurro. And he'll bring it up and hand it off to Wallace. All-conference Big 8 player.
Look for Santa Rosa to try and get active early. I mean, you got a big crowd here now. You want to take them out of the game as soon as you can if you're on the road here.
Wallace drives and misses, and Carter with the rebound. Keys first for Santa Rosa. According to head coach Craig McMillan in his 20th season, defend the three. We've talked about that. Run good motion offense. Keep Columbia working on defense and make that extra pass. And we said the less the threes they take, the more they make. And for Columbia, defend the three-point arc, win the rebound margin, and attack with the dribble. And that miss by Spivey. He was 1 of 10 from the three-point line last week, Jeremy.
Yeah, and a big key there, like you said, for Santa Rosa is make Columbia work on the defensive end. Because three-point shooting is all about your legs. And then later in the game, your legs get tired, those shots come up a little short. That one didn't, though.
The Big 8 MVP out of Washington High School, Atmar Mundu, hits his first shot of the game. Coddington from downtown. In and out, long rebound, the second long rebound, but then Wallace gets in the passing lane and gets the steal, and he'll push. Brown to Turner from top of the key, and the Bear Cubs lead 6-0. Got into the gym today about 5 o'clock, took the bus, practiced at Ripon Christian High School. Wallace with the thievery. He's fouled, and it counts.
Yeah, nice play there by Wallace. Being the spark plug we talked about in the pregame show, getting to the free throw line, second steal of the game. Now he's got a basket and a free throws attempt coming up for him.
The Newman alum, him and Mundu, played in this type of game last year against Gavilan College, got the win on the road for their second straight state championship berth. As we mentioned, Columbia hasn't been to the state championship since 2002. And these teams really haven't played much lately. I believe the last time, because we couldn't, find out the exact research, but we believe these teams played 4 years in a row. The last time they played was the 2004 season. Another turnover for Columbia. Mundu at the wing. Turner goes right to the basket and brings it home. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the CCAA Men's Regional Final on NorCal Sports TV. $11-0 lead for Santa Rosa. Great start for them. Coddington guarded by Brown. Wallace guarding Bartley. Kicks it out to Coddington. Back to Bartley. Coddington. Another missed shot. And great job by the Bear Cubs. Everybody being a rebounder. And Turner with the board. Wallace to Capurro. Mundu attacks the basket, kicks it out to Turner. Bear Cubs making that extra pass. Mundu break down on the dribble. Capurro, high post to Brown, and it's all net. 13-0 lead for Santa Rosa.
Yeah, great start for Santa Rosa. You want, like I said, you want to come out here and be aggressive early, and they've definitely done that, jumping out to a 13-0 lead.
Spivey misses. Turner gobbles up the rebound. The Bear Cubs will push. There's 8 regional finals going on, 4 in Northern California, 4 in Southern California. Turner was 5 of 5 from the three-point line last week, 21 points. Brown cutting to the basket. Wallace with the assist. Brown. And the Bear Cubs being pretty efficient offensively.
So far, 6 points in the paint for Santa Rosa.
And this is what Coach McMillan talked about in the pregame meeting with the team. Don't reach and be playing high, because as soon as you reach down, you're going to get called for the reach in. Both teams with the team foul. And Carter will take a seat. Another missed 3, long rebound to Wallace, and he'll push. Doesn't like the numbers, and he'll reset. Making great decisions here early on. Then Mundu breaks it down on the dribble, but he's called for the player control foul. And there's Coddington. It might not be a layup or a dunk, but there's Coddington with the Columbia needed a stop. He's there firmly planted on the ground.
Yeah, that's what we said about making plays. He's not necessarily scoring the points yet, but being in the right position, being the hustle guy, getting things done, getting another possession now for your team. Huge in the stats if you're a coach.
Driving kick to Carper. And another miss. Not many shots outside the paint or inside the paint. Hard collision. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. The first substitution of the game will be Shannon Ferguson, who's done a great job and in double figures the last couple of games off the bench for Coach McMillan, averaging nearly 10 a game. Foul was called on Shakes. He just came in the game for Carter. Capurro will take the rest. Brown cuts to the basket and gets the hometown roll on the road. 17-0 Santa Rosa.
Yeah, you're in danger zone right now if you're Columbia. You got to start scoring, and part of that could be, hey, Santa Rosa's been here, done this. They're no stranger to this game. Columbia, like we said, haven't been here. These guys maybe a little nervous, maybe a little jitters here in the first couple minutes, but we're 5 minutes in. It's time to start putting the basket in.
Spivey with a wide open look, buries the 3, and the first basket of the game for the Claim Jumpers. The 14:55 mark in the quarter, in the half. Spivey's 3. Brown, back rim, great job, and we've got a trip on the floor on Bartley. Great job that time by Shakes with the long block out on the rebound, but Spivey hits the 3. Cortman will check in for Squid Turner. And then Carter back into the game for Bartley. Columbia's pretty much going to play 6 guys.
Yeah, that's what I talked about, that conditioning and the legs being important in the second half. You only play a couple guys, 5, 6 guys, maybe 7.
Mundu, wide open look, but then a legal screen. Cortman does a good job of setting the initial screen, and then he starts pass blocking and moving his feet. If you stay stationary, that's not a call. But as soon as you start moving your feet, it's a turnover. Shakes. Back rim. Cortman with a board. Did a nice job of blocking out Carter.
So we heard that Columbia was going to be aggressive and go to the basket. So far they're settling for 3-point shots, and they've hit 1 of 6 so far here to start the game.
Carter with a rebound. Coddington will push. Kicks it out to Carper. In and out. Brown with the board. You got City College playing of San Francisco playing Redwoods. Yuba hosting Sequoias. Fresno City hosting Mendocino. Ferguson misses, but Cortman with the rebound. And then he goes up, and he's fouled by Carter. Nope, called for the travel.
Yeah, they called the travel before he was fouled. So again, another chance for
I agree with the call
to cut into the lead here. They're 1 of 10 now from the 3-point line to start the game here as Columbia.
Yep, he definitely little backboard cam here on NorCal Sports TV. Dion I working his magic with the crew, getting here early. Connington inside the paint. They need to do more of that. They're long and athletic, and if they mix the three and do a lot less threes and more of that, that's what Santa Rosa has a tough time covering. Wallace turns it over. Didn't have good spacing that time. And there's Coddington breaking down the defense. Just plays with such physicality and confidence.
Yeah, he does a real good job, too, of getting inside. He does that on a consistent basis. I'm not sure why he doesn't try to do that more, honestly.
Long rebound, and Cortman with the board. Shakes. Rattles that one off the back rim. Nice help defense by Carter. That time, the screen helped. Cortman set the screen, didn't move, and Mundu buries the three.
Yeah, nice job there. Team offensive play right now for Santa Rosa.
Little two-man game. Yeah. Pretty simple. Coddington against Wallace. Reaches, and Coddington takes advantage, but misses. Brown with the rebound. Maybe 4 offensive rebounds for Columbia. There's our first Wilsonberger serve back hot by Carter, averaging 4 on the per game, leads the, nation, probably. Horrible pass, and this is going to be a rip. And Coach McMillan with the timeout. Oliver's Market, your local independent and employee-owned grocery store. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, meat, deli, and groceries. The meat market has award-winning smoked meats and USDA Choice certified premium beef, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Orville. Learn more at wagonwheelmarket.com. Thanks for their support of the inaugural Surf and Turf to-go fundraiser for Santa Rosa Junior College basketball. That's not the type of pass to throw against this team. A lazy bounce pass that Carper easily intercepted and took it to the basket. He's just a freshman. I really like the way that he plays. That might loosen things up for Columbia.
Absolutely. One of those kind of settle the nerves, and that's why Coach McMillan calls timeout and says, hey, we don't want you to get any momentum going, no positive thoughts going.
Right.
We got a big lead. Let's kind of just slow things down. And now another positive for Columbia.
And then a turnover on Santa Rosa. Garrett Siebels has checked into the game for Santa Rosa. 20-7. Here I'm Chris Babcock with Jeremy Hurtado from the Oak Pavilion on the campus of Columbia College for this NorCal Regional Final. Coddington wide right. They had so much success going to the basket, and then they settle for the 3, a point attempt.
Yeah, they're 1 of 12 now, and then they also only have 2 offensive rebounds and 2 defensive rebounds. They're getting out-rebounded 11-2 right now.
Turner back into the game. Nice move, but then Carter with his second Wilsonberger of the night. If you're just joining us, Wilsonberger is a block shot. Carper shakes, gets his own miss, but then Turner with a Squidburger rejected. But I like their chances. And then when they're successful, then you do the drive and kick, and then you get a better look if you're Columbia on those 3-point shots.
Yeah, it's all about penetration, getting someone to come to you, and then finding the open guy. Right now, they're just shooting the 3 and not hitting them.
Coddington in the paint, misses, but Carter there to put it back. Turner came to help on defense, got out of position, And Carter with the offensive rebound, averaging nearly 8 rebounds a game and nearly 8 points. Caleb Carter.
Yeah, Carter not a huge scorer, but it's more about the defensive presence.
Player control foul. Shakes does a good job of anticipating the drive by Turner, and it's a good call by the official. Talking about Carter, he had a season high. Here's the last play. Carter had a season high 11 blocks against Fresno on February 1st. I believe we had that game here on NorCal Sports TV. Coddington goes to the rack and lays it up.
More of that if you're Columbia. Just keep going to the basket.
It doesn't have to be that difficult.
Little 6-0 run here by Columbia. All started by the steal and dunk by Harper.
And then mix in a charge or two. 10 on the shot clock. They're stretching out the defense. Santa Rosa's got to be able to take advantage. Then Ferguson dribbles it off his calf. Golden opportunity here for the claim jumpers. Shakes, misses the layup, gets his own miss, and puts it back. They've got about a handful. I know you said 2, but I believe they've had more. The last 2 possessions, offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Yeah, they only had 2 come out that break, but they've had 2 the last 2 possessions.
Spivey called for the push.
They're also now up 10-6 in points in the paint.
See a lot of guys from Santa Rosa standing around and watching as Shakes playing with aggressiveness and getting the putback. Capurro, Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Wallace, Turner from top of the key, back rim, and Shakes with another board. He's done quite a job coming off the bench for Coach Hoyt. Coddington gets into the paint, nearly loses it, and then lays it up. It's like a running game. They said, you know what, we're just going to go to the running game. They're going right to the paint. And we said that was one of the keys to the game. Attack the basket. It's a weakness of Santa Rosa, and here's another example.
Nice job of staying with it. Lost the ball, goes and keeps it back, puts it up and in, and now it's a 10-0 run for Columbia. And again, all started by that dunk by Harper, kind of getting things settled down for the claim jumpers.
The steal that led to the dunk was a possession for the Bear Cubs to pad their lead, and it became like a 4-point swing. Turner misses. Wallace with the long rebound. Shot clock did not reset. Ferguson hits the 3 and breaks that run of Columbia. 10-0 run, as Jeremy said. And Ferguson hits the 3. Shakes goes right to the basket. Santa Rosa is not guarding the paint.
No, and it's a little unusual, Columbia, to do this. I mean, we know they're a 3-point shooting team, but if you have an advantage down low, you might as well take it until they can stop you. And so far, that's what they've done here in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Makes them a tough cover. Turner lays it up too hard, and Carter affecting his shot. Spivey. But then Carter's called for the foul and the push-off. His first. It was pretty easy when it was 17-0, but so much game left, and there's a reason why. They are 37-5 in the last 3 seasons here, and we know 3 of those losses are Fresno City. So they find a way to win here at the Oak Pavilion. Capurro, nice move in the paint. Wallace with the assist. And Capurro did not score last week. Gets on the board here tonight. Coddington, shimmy shakes, goes to the basket, right against the defense of Ferguson. Coddington's got 8. He's just the calm and the storm. Wallace breaks it down on defense. Coddington with a block shot. Spivey from downtown doesn't go. Turner with a board. And Coach McMillan with the timeout. Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors, StoreQuest Express, self-service storage, 24/7 access, round-the-clock customer support. They're here to help to make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit storequest.com or call 209-284-6703, the number on your screen. Canepa & Sons provide well drilling and pump installation services. To find out more, give them a call, 209-532-1136, or go to their website, canepaandsonsinc.com. And then Royce Davis Custom Painting. Contact them at rollsroycedavis@gmail for free estimates where quality is guaranteed. Been serving Northern California for over 20 years. Interior, exterior cabinets, decks, residential and commercial. No house too tall or too big. Santa Rosa basketball after the timeout from Coach McMillan.
Yeah, let's see what Santa Rosa does here after the timeout. I know you're a big fan of what happens to the team after they call a timeout. And right now they kind of got to get things going, slow things down. And the first 17-0 run, they kind of ran things, and now Columbia came out and hit them back in the mouth. Let's see how they respond.
Well, that's how they respond. And a huge basket for Santa Rosa hits the three, but then Spivey answers. And Siebels hits the three at the expiration of the 30-second clock. Capurro, Brown, good look there, back rim, and not many second chance opportunities for Santa Rosa. And Coddington with the basketball.
Yeah, since that 11-2 or 11-4 start on the rebounding, Columbia's out-rebounded Santa Rosa now 8-2.
Coddington, he now has 10, leads all scores.
He has 10, and all of them are in the paint.
It's pretty simple.
I don't think any of the shots have been more than 3-4 feet away from the basket, actually.
Squid's doing a lot more dribbling tonight than he did last week when he scored 21 points. Brown nearly loses it. Turner, spin cycle move. Nice touch with the left hand. Turner now has 7. At a Foothill High School. This time last year, he was getting ready to play in a regional semifinal and eventually won the state championship. Coddington from 17, back rim, and Santa Rosa just sent him a thank you card. He'd been owning them in the paint. Wallace cut off by Coddington. Capurro, nice move, misses, but the long tip out to Squid Turner. Siebels hits the baseline jumper. He's got 5 off the bench for Coach McMillan. Columbia, the 3rd seed in the NorCal Regional. Spivey misses, but then Siebels tips it away and right to Columbia. Nice ball fake by Bartley, and he hits the 3. This is where it's okay to lie. You lie with a deceptive ball fake, and he shifted the defense, got an extra chance, and buried the 3, Jeremy. That's the kind of 3 you'd like to see.
Yeah, that's in your offense. Instead of just coming down and jacking up a three-point shot, you get that anytime you want.
Turner short with that shot. Speaking of chucking up threes, and Carper will attack against Capurro. Carter with the putback. So Turner goes to help on defense. You got to help the helper, and left Carter all alone.
Now Carter goes to the free throw line where he's had his struggles on the year, 54.3%.
He was 3 of 8 last week.
At one point, Alameda just went to the hack of Carter, trying to get back into the game, and as he misses the first one there.
Shakes checks in for Bartley. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Pioneer Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Missed the first. Here's the second attempt for Carter. And he makes that, splits the free throws. 32-27. Wallace with the basketball. Santa Rosa led at one time 17-0. And then a Spivey 3 with 14:55 was the first field goal for the Claim Jumpers. Mundu, Turner kicks it out to Brown, and then he's called for the player control foul. And Shakes really takes a lot of pride in playing defense. This is pure joy. Anticipates the dribble penetration by Brown and draws the charge. So Columbia, yes, they've taken the ball to the basket, but they've got back in this game by turning up the heat defensively.
Absolutely. Any coach is going to tell you that you got to get back in the game on defensive end, and they've done it. They've created a couple turnovers, and now Santa Rosa's given them a couple turnovers by errant passes and offensive fouls. And now you're back down to a 5-point game with just under 3 left to go.
Coddington misses one in the paint. Not a transition opportunity. Wallace gets caught up in the air. Mundu has a chance to aim and fire, but misses, and Carter gobbles up another rebound. It's tough to penetrate knowing that the leading shot blocker in the state, will just keep it there at 4 a game, is lurking.
Yeah, but I think if you're Santa Rosa, you got to test them. I mean, that's part of your out game plan coming into the game is you got to be able to make baskets down low.
Siebels with the defense and a stop for Santa Rosa. Mundu guarded by Carter. Siebels. Mundu gets Carter in the air. Great move. Simple basketball. Take advantage of I want to block every shot, and he's a great defender, but sometimes you got to take advantage of somebody's aggressiveness, and that's exactly what Mundu did.
And that's a bad matchup for Columbia. You don't want Carter trying to guard against Mundu. Mundu's going to beat him every time.
Shakes top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Just under almost 90 seconds left here from a fast-paced, quality basketball game here on NorCal Sports TV. Spivey kicks it out to Coddington, and he attacks. Turnaround jumper. And then we've got a foul. It's like a guy playing against his little brother, and he just shows a lot of confidence inside the paint, gets the hometown roll, and Wallace is called for the foul. And Coddington padding to his 12 points, chance to make it unlucky number 13, depending on who you're rooting for. But then we've got a lane violation. No, they count the basket, but then they've got a foul on the positioning on Shakes.
Yes, that's going to send Capurro to the line now for Santa Rosa. So bad break there for Columbia. You cut the lead down to 4.
And Shakes has 2. And I don't know if Coach might think about substituting him out. And now the assistant coaches are pointing to their heads like, be smart. Capurro misses the front end of a 1-and-1, and Coddington will walk the ball down.
So in essence, an empty possession for Santa Rosa, which kind of helps Columbia, as weird as kind of a weird way.
Right. Carper down to Spivey, guarded by Mundu. Coddington goes right to the basket, but misses. Wallace with the board. Place would have went nuts if he nailed it. Turner gets Carter in the air, but nice help defense by Shakes. Mundu, nice move, but misses, and Shakes with another board. And Coddington, once again, will bring up the ball with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that was a great move by Mundu. He just didn't finish.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. StarQuest Express, Canepa and Sons Drilling and Pumps, Royce Davis Custom Painting, Sonora Conference Center, the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp, Benton Roberson CPAs, Straight Sports, Sports Stars Mag, and Sam Stringer Photography. I like the timeout by Coach Hoyt, sensing that not only is it an offensive timeout because they had the ball with 20 seconds yet, but also, too, here's some things to be aware of in defense.
Yeah, exactly. You get a chance to set your defense up here off of hopefully potentially a made basket. Now, Columbia, if you're telling Columbia Coach Hoyt you're 2 of 15 with 30 seconds left to go in the first half from behind the arc,
go to the basket, boys.
You better go to the basket, right?
Coddington will milk the clock. Off the Carper, who's had a quiet first half. Drive and kick to Shakes, and he hits the three. Drive and kick, Jeremy. There's a difference between just chucking threes and drive and kick. And they hit the three, and they're within one. Wallace lays it up and misses. Shakes with the rebound. And it's 34-33. Columbia, who once trailed 17-0, did not score in the first 5 minutes and 5 seconds of the game, are down by 1. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Thanks for their partnership with NorCal Sports TV. You're watching the CCCAA Men's Regional Final on NorCal Sports, presented by Jolly Washer Express.
As far as my background as a coach, I started out coaching at the Division I level. I was an assistant coach at Arizona, at Marquette University, University of Tennessee. It gave me a great idea, what players need to do to get to that level. And that experience, I also coached professionally abroad. Some of our players have used some of my contacts initially to go pursue their careers upon graduation in Europe and Asia and the Middle East. The biggest thing about my background here, I've been at San Luis JC 18 years. And I have a good relationship with coaches at the 4-year level. We've had a lot of good basketball players. There are also good students and good kids that have gone on and done well at those schools. So they're going to listen to my recommendation when I tell them a guy can be successful at their level. And I think when a guy transfers on, it's just not about where he goes. It's about being a good fit for that player and for the program he's going to. We've had one of the top basketball programs in the state. I've been here 18 years. We've averaged almost 25 wins a year. 5 of the last 7 years, we've won the Big 8 Conference, which is one of the top conferences in the state. 5 of the last 8 years, we've made it to the Elite 8 of the state tournament. In 2014, we won the state championship. So we've had one of the top programs success-wise on the court. We've had one of the top programs as far as guys transferring on to high-level schools. And as far as just the experience here, the energy, the fan base, and the excitement of the games, you can't have a better junior college experience. We've had guys, in my 18 years being here, we've had guys that have gone on to high-level Division I schools. We've had guys go to the University of Oregon. We had several guys go to University of Pacific, University of Idaho, Boise State, East Tennessee State, Central Connecticut State, Santa Clara. We've had guys go to all different Division I schools, New Mexico State. We've also had a lot of guys who have successful Division II careers. We've had guys go to Sonoma State down the road here. Chaminade, had a couple players that went and played at Chaminade, Hawaii Hilo, Hawaii Pacific. We have a guy playing at Western Washington right now. So we've had a lot of guys go on to the Division I, II level and get scholarships and have successful careers there. Yeah, Steve and I played together. We were at Arizona 4 years together. And I think playing for Lute Olson was a great coach. I think we have some of the same philosophy basketball-wise. You know, fundamentals are important. Get back on defense, take away the lane. And I think it's really important, as does Steve, to have a lot of guys that can make shots. We spend a lot of time working on shooting the basketball, using not just on-ball screens, but off-ball screens as well, and keeping the floor spaced. So we try to do a lot of the same things that you'll see the Warriors do. Santa Rosa Junior College is a great option for student athletes coming out of high school if they're not getting a full scholarship to their dream school. Almost invariably, student athletes that have come to play basketball here have had more options when they've left the program than when they got here. We've had a handful of guys that have gotten Division I scholarships after a year and gone, but for the most part it's a 2-year program. Guys come here for 2 years, get their AA degree, and most of our guys, almost over 95% of our basketball players that have played here for 2 years have gotten their degrees, and those that choose to go on to play basketball have that option. And it's not just about getting options and getting, you know, to the next level. It's also about the experience you're going to have when you're here. And we're kind of unique as far as a junior college basketball program, that we have good community support, good fan support. We have about half of our games were broadcast on NorCalSportsTV.com, and we draw well, and it's a good environment, good experience while you're here, and it's going to prepare you for the next level as well.
You guys spend much time here at the library?
Yeah, I spent a good amount of time in the library. Right here we have the elevators to take us to the top floor. There's 4 levels here. Computers on this side that you can go get your work done. There's also study rooms that you can also go into to get your work done in groups. And then over here is the printing room. You go print out your assignments and stuff like that. And then here's where we would be studying, and then the stairs right here to take you up to the different levels.
Yeah, what do you think about this campus?
Oh no, it's just very peaceful. It's just very mellow, and all the trees and green you see around you just relaxes you. Being a student athlete here is great. You have a lot of assistance from faculty members here, like math labs, writing centers. They'll help you out with that. A lot of extracurricular activities like clubs you can get a part of. And then just the facilities we play in, like our gym is nice. We have a nice weight room, and all the facilities here are top notch. So this is the first level of the library. Right here is the tutorial center. You can come in any classes on any subject. You can come and get help with the tutor. You can be either in a study group or one-on-ones, or you can have short meetings. You write your name on the board, and they'll allow you to get some assistance that way. But every time you gotta come, you gotta log in. They're very on top of that.
It's been pretty good. I've been getting a lot more help that I didn't get when I was in high school. Getting help from DRD has helped me a lot this year. Things like getting a smart pen that I record while I'm taking my notes in class, or a little help from the math lab or English writing center on my papers or revising my papers. Whenever I can't get in the weight room, there's always a teacher in the weight room here that lets me work out with their classroom, and it's just a good environment to be at the SRJC.
John Daly is our academic counselor that works with the basketball players. He's been doing it for years. He does a great job. He stays on top of the players as far as making sure they're taking the classes or leading to graduating the degrees they're seeking. Also, he monitors their classes, sends out progress reports, and if anyone's struggling in a class, he'll hook them up with a free tutor and just make sure they're staying on task. And his efforts and the job he does in monitoring our players is a big reason we've had such success.
And then going back to your question about GPA, 3.36. Tell them right now that's without this semester. That's bringing in what you did at Laney and combined with what you've done here through summer. Okay, that does not include fall, or nor will that include spring. Okay, gotcha. So tell them you got a 3.36.
Cool. Student athletes come to Santa Rosa Junior College have somewhat of an adjustment between high school and college. You're independent at Santa Rosa Junior College. In other words, it's your responsibility to get yourself to class and take care of the work assignments that you are required to do in your classes. And it's a maturing aspect. Many times good athletes in high school, they are taken care of by the teachers. They kind of move through their classes because they are a good athlete. And here they have to learn, they have to be a good student athlete to be successful, to create the skill sets in the classes that they need to be the good student and to move on to the next level and transfer.
All right, so the expectations of athletes in the classroom is for them to be successful. We want them to not just be a student who comes to class, but we want them to be a student who's going to be successful in that class and in meeting their goals to transfer. Many of the student athletes that come into our classroom, they have goals of transferring to university and both private and public university as well, because they want to continue being an athlete. What we're trying to do is to help them realize their goals at the community college level on what it means to be successful in one class at a time, so that they can meet all their general education courses and their transfer requirements, so that they can be successful as a student, therefore transfer as that student athlete to the university and to the college of their choice, and that they will be prime candidates for recruitment by the coaches at these colleges. So it's twofold. We want them to be successful with the material and in the classroom, but the added variable for an athlete is to help them realize their goals of being an athlete that's going to be prepared academically to transfer to the university of their choice so that they can fulfill their dreams as an athlete.
We have a great coaching staff. Maurice Thompson has been on the staff the longest. I've been here, I'll be going to my 19th year. Maurice has been here for 18 of them, and he is a very personable guy. He was a former Bear Cub himself. He played guard here a long time ago, and he works with the players individually a lot. Ryan Cook joined our staff about 8 or 9 years ago, and he works with the guards with their perimeter skill work, and he puts a lot of time and effort in and does a really good job with the skill development of those guys. George Alston joined our staff 7 years ago, and he works with the big guys, post moves, not just post moves. He works skill work with our big guys. We work on perimeter skills with our big guys, shooting jumpers and drives and so forth. When we do breakdown work, he works with our bigger guys more. Ryan Cooks works with the guards. Jared Ames just joined our staff a year ago, and he's brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm. He works some with the big guys and some with the guards. There's a little bit of everything. And all of our coaches are really concerned about not just the basketball team, but about the players as individuals, and making sure that their experience here is successful and that they're doing the right things to move on to the next level.
This CCCAA Men's Basketball Regional Final on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Trimit Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's Fifth Street Grill, 609 Fifth Street, Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer, tasting, snacks, and a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for over 40 years. And All Coast Forest Products is an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products. All quality, all the time.
I think it's helped Columbia get back in this game. What's the points in the paint?
Columbia now is up 22-10 with the points in the paint, and that's including Santa Rosa was up 6-0 in the first 5 minutes. But since then, Columbia's gone on a 22-2 run, and that's your Royce Davis custom points in the paint breakdown for the first half.
Store Quest Express, self-service storage. Canepa & Sons, drilling and pumps. Royce Davis, custom painting. Jeremy just had points in the paint. And our partner for the pregame show and for our game, Sonora Conference Center. Oliver's Market, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Jeremy, we talked about this at halftime. In the last 14 minutes and 55 seconds, Columbia, because Santa Rosa at that point led 17-0, they've outscored Santa Rosa 33-17.
Yeah, largely by Coddington getting down low, getting points in the paint. He has 13 of Columbia's 22 points in the paint. And then Shakes has come in and just created havoc for Santa Rosa, basically.
Drawing charges, getting that block out, maybe not showing up statistically. A couple of offensive putbacks. And we'll see what adjustments the Bear Cubs made at halftime. I think if you're Columbia, just keep attacking the basket and then drive and kick. Santa Rosa needs to have better spacing offensively. And Turner tried not to do too much. Kicks it out to Wallace. And the rebound to Coddington.
Yeah, off-balance shot there by
Columbia
Wallace.
to take the lead. Back rim. Rebounded Mundu. They got back into this game. Coddington and Shakes offensively and defensively. Capurro had 2 in the first half. Brown got off to a good start, but is scoreless since. Brown drives, and another block shot by Carter. He's got 3, now 4. Brown with a putback. Carter at his average, Mr. Wilsonberger, now is at 130 blocks on the season. Carper only had 2 points in the first half. He's a capable scorer. Spivey turns it over with Brown with the steal. Wallace will push, and then he's fouled by Spivey, and that'll be his second foul early in the second half. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Yes. 36-33 Santa Rosa.
Spivey had the ball taken away, wasn't excited with the call, and then couldn't go next play. Goes down and gets a foul. That's just one of those things you just got to be more aware if you're Spivey and not do.
Capurro misses the 3. Carper with the defensive rebound. Coddington shimmy shakes, gets in the paint, misses. Turner with the board.
That's his 6th rebound of the the game here early.
He only had 3 last week, so that's a good sign of Squid protecting the basket. Santa Rosa not showing much motion at all. Turner or Brown did that several times in the first half. Early, cuts to the basket, and is solid in the paint, and it's 38-33 Santa Rosa. They've scored their first couple of field goals of the second half.
Santa Rosa, I think you can do that every time on offense if you try.
Bartley misses, and Squid Turner with the rebound, and we've got a foul. And if that's on Carter, nope, it's called on Bartley on the reach-in.
Like I was saying, if Santa Rosa goes down low like they do here, nice little cut there. They have that shot all day long if they so choose.
But better spacing. Turner's out on the elbow. Carter's got to respect his outside shooting ability. Brown reads it, cuts to the basket, and it's a pretty simple offense for Santa Rosa. Appreciate you streaming in here on NorCal Sports TV. Turner, nice fake of Carter, and finishes at the basket. Decisive. Head fake. Ball on the floor, attack the basket versus dribble. Turner now a 9. Good start for Santa Rosa.
Just like we started the first half, Santa Rosa 6 points in the paint in the first 3 minutes of the half. We'll see if they continue to go there as we get along in the game here, but they started the game that way. They started
Good
the
help
second
defense
half.
by Santa Rosa. Wallace with the steal. Mundu got his hand in the dribbling path of Coddington. Capurro for 3. Misses. Long rebound to Turner. He now has 10 rebounds, but a near turnover as Coddington goes next play and gets his hand in the passing lane. So we've got a halftime score. Yuba leads Sequoia 42-23 in a 4 seed versus 6 seed, even though Sequoia and Santa Rosa switched because they didn't want Sequoia and Columbia in the same bracket. We move on. Turner to Mundu. 15-footer is good. And the Bear Cubs 8-0 run to start the second half. Carter wants the ball against Turner. And then Carper with the timeout. You're watching the CCCAA Men's Basketball Regional Final on NorCal Sports.
This CCCAA Men's Basketball Regional Final on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Trimit Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's 5th Street Grill, 609 5th Street, Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer, tasting, snacks, and a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for over 40 years. And All Coast Forest Products is an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products. All quality, all the time.
Columbia basketball. How do they do off the timeout?
Well, when your head coach is grabbing his head saying, what's going on, you know that wasn't what he drew up.
No, and Shakes rattles that one off the rim. Wallace with the rebound. And there's going to be more runs for Columbia. Their runs are not over. Mundu, shimmy and a shake, gets up in the air, kicks it out to Capurro. And Mundu forces that 3, and Mr. 50-50 ball, Carper with the rebound.
Yeah, Carper's been quiet here. Expect him to go off here at any moment for Columbia. Only 2 points.
Long rebound to Mundu. And Shakes with 2 misses. Off stops. Wallace breaks it down on the defense. Misses Capurro with the tip. Shakes came to help. Got out of position. And Capurro got a couple of field goals. Cardinal Newman alum. Heady basketball player. Guarding Carper. Carper only has 2 points. Carter goes against Turner and misses, and Squid with the block out. And my favorite, the ball that bounces several times to get the rebound because you've had position on the person you're guarding. I would expect Columbia to run a little offense through Coddington or Carper on their next possession. Bear Cubs looking to make the extra pass. Wallace, Turner to Mundu. Wants the pick, maybe a pick and pop opportunity, but Mundu buries the 17-footer. The Big 8 Conference MVP showing out. It's a 13-point lead. And Columbia has yet to score. And Shakes has that one block for Brown. And this is actually they've gone longer scoring, not scoring in the second half than they did in the first half.
Yeah, it's almost a carbon copy, though. I mean, Columbia just settling for shots they can get any time, and Santa Rosa being aggressive on the offensive end.
Mundu to Capurro. Wide open look. In and out. Carper with the rebound. It's a 16-0 run for Santa Rosa to start the second half. They had a 17-0 run to start the first half. Coddington going back to the work that made it so successful in the first half. He finally gets a touch, Jeremy, and now has 15. And the first basket of the second half comes with 13:21 left in regulation. Turner for three. Back rim. Settling for the three. Rebound to Coddington.
So if this goes like it did in the first half, Columbia is going to rattle off, 6 to 8 points here all in the paint. As we see the
just going
Coddington
to the basket.
Going to work, getting the points in the paint again.
With the spacing that Columbia is playing with, it's hard to help. Because if you go to help, you're going to leave Carter right underneath the basket. So Ferguson's checked in for Santa Rosa, Capurro, Ferguson, Turner, and Wallace and Mundu. Spivey, Carter, Carper, Coddington, and Bartley. 46-35. Coddington misses, and Turner with another board. Jeremy.
That's 10. But what I like there is Coddington actually went and drove in the paint. And you missed a shot, that's fine. At least you got the shot from the paint.
17. I love that I appear that I'm going to shoot the three in a little deception, and it's the 17-footer. 48-35 Santa Rosa. Coddington. Unstoppable tonight inside the paint. We've got a timeout. Santa Rosa. Oliver's Real Food, Real People, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. StoreQuest Express, featuring 24/7 access hours, round-the-clock customer support. StoreQuest Express is here to make your room for awesome. Get your first month's rent free, or actually for $1. StoreQuest.com, or call the number on your screen. Canepa & Sons, 30 years of experience, well drilling and pump installation services. Find out more, please call them at 209-532-1136, or go to our website, CanepaandSonsIncorporated.com. And Royce Davis Custom Painting, points in the paint. Call the number on your screen or email RulesRoyceDavis@gmail.com for free estimates, where quality is guaranteed. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Timeout. And it'll be Santa Rosa basketball.
So looking at some quick numbers there, Columbia in the first and second half didn't score for 12 minutes. It's hard to win a basketball game when you don't score for 12 minutes in the game. So they're really giving themselves a kind of an uphill battle here against Santa Rosa. But right now it's only a
It's Santa Rosa being effective of not stalling, but running their offense, getting good spacing, and working time off the clock. Ferguson short with that. Didn't really have a good look. And Coddington with the board. And he'll go right to the basket.
And why not?
He's got 19. He just is I've said it several times, calm in the storm, and then with the thievery, and gets the layup. 21 points for Seth Coddington.
21 of Columbia's 41 points tonight by Seth Coddington, and all of them in the paint. Going to the basket, being aggressive, having a night here when his team needed it.
Mundu, back rim, long rebound to Carter. Thanks for joining us here on NorCal Sports TV. Coddington misses. Turner, another defensive rebound for Squid. Wallace. Bear Cubs need to spread the court. Capurro to Mundu. Turner, be assertive. Mundu attacks the basket, lays it up with his left hand. Pretty shot for the Big 8 Conference MVP.
And as much as Coddington's done for Columbia, that's what Mundu's done tonight. He's got 16 for Santa Rosa.
Carper trying to get on the board, and he does. Hits his first 3 of the game. He has 5 points. 6-point game. Only one in foul trouble is Bartley so far, and he has 3. Mundu against Carter. Wallace hurries the shot, gets it off the glass.
That was...
Be quick, but don't hurry, but not in that case. He hurried, and he got a little love here in Columbia.
He got the bounce pass from Mundu, and he almost lost it. Kind of just pushed it up to the hoop, and it went in.
Carper, good defense by Ferguson. Wallace will push, doesn't have the numbers, and the sophomore guard will pull up. Capurro, Ferguson, Wallace. Bear Cubs looking to run some motion offense. Mundu off the handoff. Down in the corner. Turner for 3. That's how you answer. He now has 12 for Santa Rosa. Mundu leads the Bear Cubs with 16. Coddington with 21, and then a three-pointer, and then 5 for the rest of the starters. Carper looking for 8. Back rim. Wallace with a long rebound, and Bartley did the smart thing. Sometimes you just got to go, you know what, I'm not going to get this rebound. I'm not going to foul. I've got 3 fouls.
Yeah, you got to understand, sometimes you just get beat.
Okay? Yeah. The other guy works out too. They practice. Turner. Ferguson. Basket's ready. Coddington with the steal. And lays it up, and he's got 23. And we've got another timeout. Coach McMillan.
$23 points now for Coddington.
Load up your gear and live big. StoreQuest Express self-service storage, 24/7 access, round-the-clock customer support. They're here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for $1. StoreQuest.com or call the number on your screen, 209-284-6703. Royce Davis, custom painting, 20 years serving Northern California. Interior, exterior, cabinets, decks, residential and commercial. No house too tall, too big, or too small. Call them, the number on your screen, 209-728-5947. Or Rolls-Royce Davis at gmail.com. Royce Davis, Custom Paintings. Hoosier points in the paint.
Right now, Columbia up 30-18 with our points in the paint, sponsored by Royce Davis Custom Painting.
After the timeout, Santa Rosa basketball. Wallace has Spivey on his hip. Mundu with 16 points, guarded by Carper. 15 on the shot clock. Bear Cub standing around. Motion offense, make it hard on Columbia. There's Brown's basket cut. Kicks it out to Capurro, in and out, and misses. And Mr. Columbia, Coddington, kicks it to Carper. His three, back rim, shakes. Wallace called for the block. Is Shakes hungry for the basketball here or what? That ball comes off, and he went and got the basketball. And a nice job by Bartley of kind of just getting in the way of Turner. 2 team fouls for each ball club. Wallace now with 2. Coddington misses the 3. And the thank you card is in the mail. I'm not saying trying to be a smart aleck, but that guy has killed Santa Rosa in the paint. Mundu, guarded by Bartley. Brown has nearly stolen, possesses the ball. Shot clock dwindling down, and Brown hits the 17-footer. It was a struggle for the basketball, then everybody kind of just left him alone. And Brown now in double figures with 12. We got 16 for Mundu, Brown with 12, and Turner with 12. Wallace, now that's his 3rd. They're going right after him. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Spivey to Bartley. Coddington down to Shakes against Turner. Good help by Capurro. Carper, back rim of the 3. Nice job by Mundu, and he tips the ball out of bounds. That was a good call. Good call. Mundu made a nice play, but the ball hit out of bounds, and the shot clock will be reset. 57-46 here. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by my broadcast partner, Jeremy Hurtado, and the officials calling things pretty close there. Brown called for the foul on Coddington, and now Gianni Brown has 4 fouls. Would look like no one in foul trouble for Santa Rosa. All of a sudden, Wallace with 3 and Brown with 4. And Coach McMillan will call a timeout. Oliver's Real Food, Real People, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Oat Market, family-owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. The NCS TV Summer Camp. Sign up, get your discounts. What a great opportunity here in Sonora. Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax accounting and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus County. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. 11-point lead for Santa Rosa. Coddington will inbound with 27 seconds on the shot clock. See what we have after the timeout. Turner with a good defense, and the possession will stay with Columbia. But you think somebody might have looked at the defensive scout report. Turner saw that inbound play on film and defended very well. Spivey. They want the ball down low to Coddington, but Siebel doing a good job of playing defense. Or Siebel's rather doing a good job of playing defense. And isn't it ironic, there's a Coddingtown shopping center in Santa Rosa, and Coddington for Columbia is keeping the claim jumpers in this game. Turner to Capurro. Or to Siebels. We're here in the corner. We got people on our way. We're guessing names. A little shimmy to shake. Mundu, 14-footer short, and Bartley with the rebound. Couple of missed opportunities for Columbia. Try again. Shakes down low out to Coddington. Bartley will change hands and get it to Carper. Then Coddington, he lays it up and is good, and Siebels fouls. We said one of the keys, attack the basket against Santa Rosa, because one of their weaknesses defensively, even though they're one of the better defensive teams in the state, is right here. The shimmy and the shake. Siebels got out of position, tried to correct it by reaching out, and Coddington looking for his 26th point of the game. He's averaging 13 on the season. And nets that one. How many does he have in the second half? Because his offense, it's been not much with anybody else except Coddington.
He's got 13. He was at 13 at half. Now he's got 13 in the second half. Single-handedly keeping Columbia in this ball game.
Yeah, because they had 33 at halftime. So he scored 13 out of their 16 points. Mundu, drive and kick to Siebels. Misses, and Spivey with the rebound. Some empty possessions for Santa Rosa, and it hasn't been a perfect night offensively for Columbia, but they're right in this game. And then Bartley answers. And now he has 6. Drive, because you can't stop me when I go to the basket, and the kick with the wide open look because the defense is helping. Wallace to the basket and a layup and a much-needed hoop for the Bear Cubs. We knew this would be, we talked before the game, it's going to be with it. Carper, nice move to the basket with the George Gervin finger roll. That's his athleticism. He had 2 in the first half, 5 in the second half, and then Spivey is called for the foul, and that's his 4th.
You see the replay here. Carper just blown by Capello.
Dribble penetration. And you're right, Spivey's 3rd. 3 team fouls on Columbia, 5 on Santa Rosa. Brown with the basket cut. That's been all
day.
It's like the naked play in football. You can't run it enough. Brown with 4 points in the paint. He's got 14, but 4 fouls. Will they go against him? He's guarding Carper. Spivey goes right through Wallace, misses, but gets the putback. And then Coach Hoyt with the timeout.
Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Trimit Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's 5th Street Grill, 609 5th Street, Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer, tasting, snacks, and a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for over 40 years. And All Coast Forest Products is an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products. All quality, all the time.
Coach Hoyt with a timeout after the field goal. Coddington's got 13 of the 23 points.
Yeah, he's come up huge here in the second half, and then get a turnover.
Mundu wasn't ready for the pass, and it's a turnover. Coddington with the basketball.
Expect him to drive.
And he does. He's got 28.
41 points in the paint now for Columbia.
And now Columbia's going to pressure a little bit more. A little timely half-court trap here. Brown picks up his dribble. Not a good spot. Mundu in the corner. High post entry to Wallace. Nice pass. Right between the legs of the defender. And you owe me 5 Cokes if I don't drink them anymore. 63-58. Shakes. Has it stolen by Wallace. How is that not a foul? How is this not a foul on Bartley? And Wallace gets the timeout.
Yes, that's. If you're a Santa Rosa fan, you're screaming right now at the TV or your computer.
Jolly Washer Express, 3-year partner of NorCal Sports TV, Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today.
So it'll be Santa Rosa basketball after the timeout by Damian Wallace. 5-point game. How did the Bear Cubs handle the offense off the timeout? Mundu has got 16. Turner with 12 has the basketball. Kicks it out to Mundu. Guarded by Bartley. 8 on the shot clock. Mundu with a wild shot and it goes. 65-58, 3-minute mark here at Oak Pavilion on the campus of Columbia College.
So here's the scary part if you're a Santa Rosa fan. Okay, Coddington scored 28 points. Spivey and Carper basically non-existent here in the game.
Well, Carper's done a good job in the second half. He's got 5, but the Coddington going to the basket. Help defense by Brown. It's a turnover. Great possession opportunity here for Santa Rosa. You want to be aggressive. You don't want to just stand around, but you want to work clock. The dream basket would be a field goal with about a second left on the clock. Turner misses the reverse layup. He had more time underneath the basket. Carper, he slipped on the floor. Santa Rosa basketball, but that wasn't a high percentage shot by Turner. Carper slips on the floor, and we're here with 2 minutes left in regulation. 15 on the shot clock. Carper guarding Mundu. Wallace. Turner, 3, 2. Turner called for the reach in. Only be his second foul. It'll be the 16th foul on Santa Rosa. Not the worst situation. The ball gets taken out of bounds. You can set up your defense if you're Santa Rosa.
I was just thinking they were going to lose the ball anyway, either by shot clock or the steal, so it kind of sets things up where it's a set play instead of a live ball turnover.
Spivey attacks Mundu, and then Coach Hoyt calls the timeout. So Santa Rosa, we mentioned their 3 losses in conference in the road. They led in those games late in the game and just couldn't close it out. They have a 5-point lead, 90 seconds left in regulation. Brown will inbound, and the claim jumpers will press.
Yeah, and if you're Columbia, you're looking at who are we going to foul. If we got to get into the foul game, they're only a 66% free throw shooter as a team.
Brown with 20 seconds on the shot clock, but when you get a shot that you love, pull the trigger. Coddington, good defense by Brown with 4 fouls. Turner with a rebound, and then Coddington. Coach McMillan wanted a foul on Coddington. Him playing hard. He's tired. They only play 6 guys, but it'll be claim jumpers basketball in the corner. Carper will inbound.
Columbia got to go quickly.
Coddington misses. Rebound Mundu. And with Columbia only having 3 team fouls, they're going to have to foul. Try to get the steal off the inbound. But then if you don't, you're going to have to foul immediately.
Yeah, and if you're Columbia, you're looking for Wallace or even Mundu. Mundu's only a 61% free throw shooter. Wallace, 57.3. So those are the 2 guys you're looking to get it to. And usually your point guards and your guys that carry the ball a lot are usually pretty good free throw shooters. Not necessarily the case here for Santa Rosa.
15 foul, 4th on Bartley. 15 foul. Shakes will come in for Carter. And this is right around, if the Santa Rosa was going to win this game, these are the type of score, right around the 70 mark. Inbound to Wallace. Had a path to the basket, didn't take it wisely. And then Turner's fouled by Coddington. And now the next team foul. Santa Rosa will be shooting free throws, or at least be in the bonus, shooting 1-and-1. The winner of this game will have a trip to West Hills Lemoore College for the state championship. Santa Rosa with the timeout as Mundu nearly falls out of bounds. Santa Rosa has struggled getting the ball in, but they do have timeouts in their pocket.
Yeah, that was close. I thought he was going to step out of bounds before he got the timeout called. The referee gave it to Mundu, but good defense there by Columbia. Forced them to take a difficult inbound there. It easily could have been called a turnover and gotten the ball back to Columbia. But like I said, the guys you're looking to foul if you're Columbia, you're looking at Wallace at 57.3, Mundu 61.3, and even Turner is only a 63.3% free throw shooter. So it's kind of odd. Like I said, guards are usually the good free throw shooters, and you look at the 3-point shooters, 42.5 for Mundu, but it has different difficulties from the free throw line.
Carter will check in for Shakes. If you're Santa Rosa, you don't want a live ball turnover. And you know you're going to get fouled. So come and meet the basketball, catch it, possess it, and you know you're going to get fouled immediately.
Santa Rosa is only 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight.
2 free throws.
Yeah. And Columbia is only 3 of 4 on the other end, so hasn't been a free throw shooting contest. It's going to be here in the last minute.
That's a risky pass right there. Coddington with the quick foul, and Mundu will go to the free throw line. The Big 8 Conference MVP will be in the shooting 1-and-1. And Shakes back in for Carter. Santa Rosa looking to make their 3rd consecutive trip to the state championship. Columbia looking for their first trip in 18 seasons. Mundu misses, good foul. They got to come down and score quickly. Doesn't necessarily have to be a 3. Spivey shoots the 3 and nets it. Bear Cubs have to inbound and be strong with the basketball. Mundu nearly travels, and then Coddington fouls out of the game. No, actually, it's his 4th foul. Yeah. My mistake. I've only made about 16 tonight.
It's okay. 3 and 4 look close, okay?
And I want to thank both these coaches for helping us prepare for the game, and Nate Ryan, the athletic director at Columbia, Hopefully their help is reflected in our broadcast tonight. Jeremy, always great working with you. Brown at the free throw line.
77.8% free throw shooter on the season, but he misses the first.
4-point game. Coddington with the basketball. Carper with the finger roll, and it's a 2-point game. Wallace pulls up his dribble. Santa Rosa's got to get it across half court. They do, and Bartley fouls out. And Brown will be at the free throw line. So here's the last inbound. Santa Rosa a little panicky. Then Bartley with the reach in. And he's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, and if you're Columbia, you had a chance to foul Wallace.
In attack mode. He can get off the floor.
You had a chance to foul Wallace, who I thought was a better option. But Brown missed the last one, so maybe Coach knows something that obviously I don't. It worked out again for him, so.
Chance for Columbia to tie it, and with the three can win it. This is right where Santa Rosa last year was against Gavilan. Led by 2. Coddington. Carper for 3. Doesn't go. Wallace with the rebound, and he's fouled by Carter. The Bear Cubs with the stop, and the Bear Cubs will get 2 free throws.
That's tough. Carper, great three-point shooter.
He had a good look.
But if you're Coddington and you have 28 on the night, you kind of think that that's the guy you're going to go to. But, like you said, Wallace going to the free throw line to shoot 2. If he makes them both, he almost wraps the game up, but he misses one.
Why didn't he get 2 free?
Referee's just a little slow there. But he misses the first, so it's going to leave the door open regardless.
But then when it's not in shooting in tempo, so to speak, and now the ball gets loose, now you got to go back up to the free throw line. It seems like another new set of free throws, even though he's only shooting 1 free throw. Makes that one. It's a 3-point game. Coddington guarded by Wallace. Shakes for 3. Misses. Turner with the rebound and the save. And with just 1 second left, Santa Rosa looking to make their 3rd straight trip to the state championship.
Yeah, if you're Columbia, you got the shots you wanted. You got Shakes in the corner. Shakes has been hot all night. He's one of the only guys from Columbia that's made some 3-point shots. Had him in the corner, open look, just didn't knock it down.
Brown with 18 points. The officials, you got to get that right. You got to make it clear that it's 2 shots. And I might want to be critical of Johnny Harrington and Mike Hendricks and Tyler Phillips. They've done a good job tonight. But I thought it might have hurt Damian Wallace, but it helped him.
Right.
And see if Brown, with just 1 second left, you're almost better missing it. Makes it. And the Bear Cubs will get the 69-59 or 69-65 victory over Columbia College and making their 3rd straight trip to the state championship. Great season by Columbia, but lose only their 2nd home game. Not an easy place to win. And Santa Rosa, at the strength of a strong start of the first half and a strong start of the second half with a little defense at the end, get the 69-65 victory.
Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Oliver's, real food, real people, serving Sonoma County since 1988. Wagon Wheel Market, family owned and operated for 3 generations in Oroville. Trimit Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's Fifth Street Grill, 609 Fifth Street, Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer, tasting, snacks, and a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for over 40 years. And All Coast Forest Products is an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products. All quality, all the time.
Looks like you're going to make another trip, young man, to the state championship. The Big 8 Conference Player of the Year, Washington of Fremont alum, Atmar. Your team did a heck of a job tonight. Great starts to the first half and the second half, and then kind of duct taping it together to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough game coming out here. Columbia's a really great team, only 3 losses on the year. Let's go! Only 3 losses on the year, so the game plan was to work the ball and get the best shot possible and to move around their defense because they're really long and athletic. So that's what we did, and we got some pretty good looks.
It was looking a little shaky. It looked like halftime couldn't come at a better time for Santa Rosa because the wheels were falling off. But another great start. You held them scoreless for 6+ minutes to start the second half. But what's it mean to come back with you and Damien and the rest of the sophomores after losing Skylar Chavez to graduation? And I think a lot of people doubted you. I didn't. You got back here, and you're making another trip to the state championship.
I mean, from last year to this year, it's a great transition, losing Skylar. But the only thing we can do is keep our heads up and keep doing Bearcat basketball, and that's what we did to get this W.
And did you like the trip up here? You guys didn't stay the night. You got a nice bus. You took your time. You had a meal up here. I think it put you guys in a great frame of mind.
Yeah, it was definitely good to get a practice in halfway, coming down here and getting food and settling down a little bit, and to get used to the environment for a little bit. It was definitely nice.
This young man and his Bear Cub teammates just had their ticket punched to West Hills Lamora College for the college or the junior college state championship. Atmar Mundu, our NorCal Sports TV player of the game.
Thank you, Chris. And we'll be back with more of the post-game show after these messages on NorCal Sports TV. Comes back, 4:44 left.
So Santa Rosa gets the win off a very good Columbia College team that before tonight had only 1 loss at home, and they were 37-5 the last 3 seasons. But the Bear Cubs, great starts to each half, catapulted them to the victory, and Santa Rosa lost to College of the Redwoods in the Chris Kringle Championship. We told Coach McMillan, you guys are going to be fine. You're going to be right in the same position to get to the state tournament. Well, they've taken care of business. Speaking of College of the Redwoods, they are losing to City College of San Francisco, 89-43. College of Sequoia, who was trailing now leads with just under 5 minutes left in the game, 60-56. So, Jeremy, you've got some statistics starting with Connington and his great game for Columbia College.
Yeah, Connington had 28 points, leading all scorers. Columbia 6 of 28 from the three-point line, 21.4%, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Neither team went to the free throw line too often. On the Columbia side, they had 34 rebounds, 24 of those on the defense, only 10 on the offensive side, and their leading rebounder was Shakes with 7. Carter had 6. Connington had 6. Carter, 6 more blocks to add to his state leading total.
So he'll finish the season with 132 Wilson burgers.
To flip over to the other side, Santa Rosa also made 6 3-point shots, but only attempted 22, an average of 27.3%. They finished the game 3 of 9 from the free throw line. They were 1 of 2 until the last minute of the game. Ended up 33%. Not a great free throw shooting team, not a great free throw shooting night, but enough to get the victory for Santa Rosa. If we go to the rebounding side, they out-rebounded Columbia 39-34.
There's the game. There's the game, and Turner with a big night on the glass.
14 rebounds, 13 of them on the defensive end. Also, Wallace chipping in with 8 rebounds, and Mundu had 6 for Santa Rosa.
And Carper, who is averaging on the season over 16 points a game, wasn't in double figures tonight, and he didn't get the loose balls. The Santa Rosa was very aware of where he was on the court, but I was very impressed with Columbia being down 17-0, then to come back and really attack the basket. And I thought they had Santa Rosa on the ropes there, and that we talked with Atmar Mundu. That half couldn't have come at a better time for Santa Rosa because they were out of gas and 3 wheels were blown.
Yeah, we look at the keys of the victory for Santa Rosa. Okay, the 3 victories or keys we got were defend the threes. They did that. Check. Spivey and Carper. Check. They kept them under control. Okay, good motion offense to keep Columbia working on defense. I think that's a positive. And make extra pass. They were sharing each other. You know, they had 15 assists, I would say, on the night.
Yep.
Okay, so they did all 3 things that they said they had to do to come in here and get a victory. So
the spacing that they had to get Brown with those little basket cut, they're paint cuts. He's cutting, they're getting the basketball, and Turner having made 5 threes last week, and they're watching that film. Carter's going to go out and step out a little bit and try to defend Turner. So when you have that good spacing, you got Gianni Brown be able to get inside, and he was very strong inside the paint. Our Royce Davis points in the paint, where do we stand with that, Jeremy?
It's kind of an interesting statistic tonight where you would think since Santa Rosa won the game, they would have more, but they were actually outscored 42-28 in our Royce Davis custom painting points in the paint tonight. 28 of those by
Mr. Connington. Not Conningtown, Santa Rosa fans. Connington.
Connington had as many points in the paint as Santa Rosa did as a team. But it wasn't enough to keep Santa Rosa from moving on in the finals. And again, it comes down to that 12-minute stretch in the second half. When you don't score points in 12 minutes in the ballgame, it's going to be hard to come back and get a victory, as Columbia proved tonight.
Yeah, they stepped up things defensively, but it just wasn't enough. I think if there was a couple of more minutes left in the first half, they would have taken the lead and really pushed the gas pedal. But Santa Rosa held on to get the victory and move on to the state tournament, which I think the first games will start on Friday. And before we go tonight, there's a banner over there on the wall, 1993 state champions, Columbia College. And who was the coach of that team? And he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame on this week. Don't let them dribble and attack you with their dominant hand. Denny I, father of the coach's eyes and the NorCal SportsTV Dion I. And, Coach, we want to congratulate you and for your induction into the Coaches Hall of Fame. So we'll wrap things up here from Oak Pavilion, where Columbia beat Santa Rosa, hit the brakes there, where Santa Rosa beat Columbia 69-65 to win this California Community College Athletic Association Northern California Regional Final and punch their ticket for the state championship at West Hills College Lemoore starting on Friday, March 13th. Thanks for watching this game on NorCal Sports TV presented by Jolly Washer Express. And we thank them for their partnership of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball. Thanks to our crew, Luis Rangel, Taylor Rector, Ralphie Hansen, my broadcast partner, Jeremy Hurtado, and my partner and director, Dion I. I'm Chris Babcock here in Sonora. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.